songs are just all you go down.
Yes.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Waylon and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes, it all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Let me know as soon as you've found anything.
You don't know anything about this house?
No.
Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
Redguard craftsmanship in every piece.
You want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune. Make me an offer, and I just might fight at your side. Aye, she's by the fire. If you change your mind, seek me out here. Watch your back, friend. Better yet, pay me to do it for you.
Oh, it's you. The one from the market. Not much. One moment I was buying a necklace, and the rest is just a blur.
Another drink, Kosnak? A porter with Arnleif and
No.
Sons deserves nothing but the
I was just
finest
buying
beer.
jewelry for my sister in Cyrodiil.
All your drinks are watered
I've never even
down,
seen that
Harper.
man before.
You aren't fooling me, and you know Lisbeth can't afford to pay
Just
me enough for
visiting.
the finest drinks
I had some
anyhow.
business here.
I wasn't
That's all.
aware that Lisbeth was having trouble, Kosnak. Is Arnleif and Sons not doing a good turn of business these days?
Was it that
What, are
obvious?
you blind?
Damn.
That store is
I must be
empty.
losing my
Forsworn
touch.
get almost every shipment that
I'm one
comes
of
in.
General Tullius's
That's
agents.
just terrible.
I was sent to
I'm
investigate the
so
Treasury
sorry to
House
hear
and
that.
the Silverblood family.
No, you aren't.
They own Sidna Mine, one of the toughest jails in Skyrim. I was hoping I could buy or steal the deed, but I don't think that's how things work here. Mark my words. Thonar Silverblood was behind that attack in the market. Somehow.
Need something?
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here.
You there, pretty lady. You need some fresh meat for your family? Just
You're
look at the
finding
blood
it.
coming from this
That's
cut.
bad enough. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here.
What's wrong?
Stay out of our
You have to look at
business.
the blood closely to see the quality of the meat. How else will you know it's fresh?
I don't need to know if it's
The
fresh from
finest
this
jewelry
distance.
in all of Markarth.
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand.
Can't talk. Alish. Eat me if I stop working.
Tacitus. What is this?
Want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Redguard craftsmanship in every piece.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want? Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room. It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here. That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the Divines you can choose to live somewhere else. Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here. Trust is hard to come by here. But all right. Uh-huh. You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Someone who doesn't like you asking questions. Come on, let's see what you're made of. I'll rip you in half. you piece of pit bait. I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. The old fort.
Yeah. Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send her in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want? Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. A monster? No. I'm just a servant. To my king, Madanok. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. My dear girl, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. He is the King in Rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others. I thought I heard something.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they owned Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business. Oh, I'm sorry to keep you. Head right in. I have records I need to tend to.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
What are you doing here? I told them no visitors. What did you expect? That no one was going to notice you butting into business that wasn't yours? The guards know who holds the purse strings in this city, and I don't like snoops. Markarth is my city. You have no right looking into my business. Now get out.
For the Forsworn!
What? By the gods, Betrid!
What was that?
You're as good as dead.
Over here.
Huh?
Now you're I thought I heard something.
Why are you bothering me, outsider? That's about the only harmless thing you can do in this city. Silverblood Inn is the place to go. And once you've had your fill of mead, do us all a favor and go home. Markarth has enough trouble. I should get back to work. Money doesn't count itself. Have a fascination with fire, do we?
what you've made me do.
I haven't lived this long to be beaten by you. I've fought colds tougher than you.
You need to learn some manners.
What do you think you're doing? What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there. RK, one of the 8 divines, god of the cycle of birth and death. It is his shrine people pray to when they visit the hall, that his divinity will watch over their ancestors on the way to the next life. New to Skyrim? I was confused at first, too. The Nords call their mausoleums the Hall of the Dead. It's where people in the city are buried. Fathers, forefathers, mothers, foremothers. I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon. All right. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of RK will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Tread lightly in the hall. We don't know what's in there.
My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. Fine. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. Madanach, the king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach. Until Ulfric came and put them down. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanak brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanak are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death and... Now get out of my house. Get out of my house. Now.
The Silverblood family will be heard.
We warned you, but you had to just go and cause trouble. Now we have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanak until you and Eltris started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the king in rags when you're in Sidna Mine. You'll never see the sun again, you hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. All right, open her up. Now you, get down there.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken. What are you in for, new blood? Innocent. So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanak, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkle the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkle the Beast. Madanak's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that. Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. Good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood. Now if you'll excuse me.
The new meat. So soft. Tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? Liar. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine, but first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. Fine. Go on in. But don't try anything in there. Madanak knows more than you think. Mm-hmm.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes, but even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nord stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Thonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The Forsworn, criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. Our vengeance will come.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it. You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools. Long enough. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Modenak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up this silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. I'm not Monadnak. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead. Till next time.
May your next fight bring you victory, friend.
Do you remember the sun? Because you'll forget. Soon. Yeah, imagine hearing a story. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Sidna Mine for good. Our vengeance will come.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
Divine smile
Jarl
on you.
decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn. First it was 6 months, then a year, then 2 years. Now I'm in for life. The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kind of keeps going like that. What? No! No, don't kill me! Please! Is someone there?
Those fools are actually fighting!
No more! I yield! I yield! Arrgh! Yeah!
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
You're us. You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanach? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the
Forsworn! I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. Into the tunnel. Let's go.
to run off.
What was that? I knew it.
Oh well.
It's you to mess with me.
Moded.And, I brought what you asked for.
Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by. Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forsworn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forsworn. No place in the Reach is safe from us now. I had Kai recover all the... things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by.
Moded.And, think you can escape my prison, do you? You'll pay for what you've done to my family.
Your family? You've poisoned the Reach with your tainted silver for long enough, Thonar! You can't beat me! That's the best you can do! You won't even live to regret this!
Aye.
That takes care of that.
Oh no! Over here!
Oh, what happened?
You're no match for me.
I'll kill you.
You won't get the rest of me!
Oh, did you need something?
I'm going to enjoy it.
You ready to die today, huh?
Oh, did you need something?
Yes?
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? In this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, legal rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time. Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Damn. It's like everyone in this city has amnesia. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, legal rites, and so forth. I was actually just about to head on inside. Be good to have someone watch my back. Follow me, and keep your eyes open. Daedra are powerful creatures and tricksters. Never know what you'll find.
Fresh food. No wood rot on the furniture. Someone's been here. Recently. But the people I asked say no one enters or leaves.
Wait, did you hear that? I think it came this way. That's it. Something's inside the house. Come on, we're getting to the bottom of this.
Come out. We know you're here.
There's another door. See if you can get it open.
Stendar's mercy. This isn't an ordinary Daedra. We have to get help.
Weak. He's weak. You're strong. Crush him.
You first. Come on. Let's go.
Yes, further into the bowels. So close, your prize is waiting. Fool! Did you think Molegbal, the Lord of Domination, would so easily reward you? What do you see from that little cage? Speak. Rusted, dry. There was a time when this mace dripped with the blood of the feeble and the worthless. But a Daedric lord has his enemies, and my rival Boethia had her priest desecrate it, left it here to decay, until you came. Revenge? No. I want submission. I want the priest who did this to bend his knee and give me his soul. He comes by to perform Boethia's insulting rites at my altar, but he's been missing. Captured and bound, left to rot. Save him. Let him perform his rite one more time. And when he does, we will be waiting for him.
I'm gonna crush you like a bug.
Oh, what happened?
I'm going to knock you down.
That's all you got? My money's on the big one. Finish this. That's your best, huh?
Yes, I haven't got all day.
Good morning.
What happened? Need something?
Many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear. I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls. It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten. You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt. A lot of our kind block out the memory of their first meal. The shame is too much. But you don't need to hide anymore. Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you for what you are. She has a place for us where we can sate our appetites without judgment. It's inside Reachcliff Cave, but the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
You've returned. What happened in the Hall of the Dead? Divines preserve you. You're a hero. We'll reopen the hall right away. Here, take my amulet as a reward. Arcade protect you.